Hello guys. In this video I'll be going through the demonstration of the functionality of my project for the course IFT 372 Introduction to Wireless. For this project we were tasked to create a packet tracer system with uh, three LAN systems. First one being the cellular system, the second one being the Wi-Fi system, and the third one being the wired with wireless router system. And as you can see in my screen, we have all three LANs configured over here. I'll go through with each of the requirements for the LANs, as well as what I did to achieve those requirements and the results of those configurations. Um, we can see from our project documentation, the LAN 1 is a cellular configuration um, with a gateway router, three smartphones, a central office server, and two cell towers. We were also required to um, support DHCP for internal LAN, and all the gateway routers would be linked using serial link and use IPv4 public IP addresses that we were provided. LAN 1 was using 172.0.10.1 IPv4 addressing, while LAN 2 and LAN 3 were using same, just replacing the 10 with 20 and replacing the 10 with 30 for LAN 3. For LAN number 1, we can see that we have the cell towers over here that are connected to the smartphones, and we also have the central office server. If we look at the central office server, we can see that cell tower IPv4 is set to the public static IPv4 that we were given, and we can see that also that is being used over here for the IPv4 configurations for the wireless, or where if we get the DSCP for the 3G and 4G cell interface, we can see that the cellular IPv4 is the IPv4 address that we want with the gateway that we want. As for demonstrating if the LAN is correctly sending data over, what I did was basically send a simple packet tracer data unit from one smartphone to another smartphone within the LAN to see that if it was successfully sending or not. And we can see right over here that it is indeed successfully sending the data from one phone to another phone. And that is what we did for LAN number 1 cellular configuration. And this is done through 3G and 4G cellular connection using the cell tower. Moving on to the LAN number 2, the Wi-Fi system LAN. Our IPv4 addressing is given in the tops, 172.0.20.1. For this Wi-Fi system configuration, we have 3 access points, 5 laptops, a server, a gateway router, a switch, and 2 smartphones. And as we can see, the access points are having different SSID and passphrases, which are being used to connect for these laptops. I personally connected 2 laptops each on the first 2 access point, and on the third access point had 1 laptop and 2 cellular cell phone devices, smartphone devices. And as we can see, even from here on the interface, we can see there's 2 different VLANs. The first one is going to be the one that's connected to the router, and the other ones are in VLAN 10 for data, which is connected to the 3 different access points and the server. We can see on the laptop, if we look at the IP addressing is done through DHCP, and we can see that it's getting the IPv4 address of 172.0.20. something, and we can see that our DNS server is that particular thing as well. And similarly, how we checked if the data is being able to be transferred within the LAN network is we take the packet tracer data unit and send it from smartphone 3, let's say, to laptop number 4 on the different access point, and we can see that it is successfully being sent to laptop 4 from smartphone 3. From these, we also worked with SSID and making sure the Wi-Fi security was there. And as for that, we had in port number 1 basically established SSID and name, and as well as giving a passphrase. So if I were to change this passphrase to hello world 4, then you can see the connection between laptop 1 and laptop 0 to the access point 0 is gone. And how we would connect back is just basically going here into the desktop, then the PC wireless, then we would look for our wireless network name over here, and we can see something like access point 3 is the one we're supposed to connect to, and it would be hello world 4. And we can see that we established the connection back again. That is it for LAN number 2 as well. And this is my LAN number 3. This is the LAN that I wasn't able to get working properly. So what's my issue was, for some reason, the VoIP phones are not configured correctly, I believe, and I'm still getting them stuck at configuring IP, configuring CM list, and I'm not able to get the IP addressing correctly over here for them to work properly. And as for the PCs though, I was able to get the DSCP IP addressing correctly done for them using the router and the wireless router. As for the wireless router, I also added the same kind of passport protected Wi-Fi security over here, where our SSID is a different name and our passphrase is a different name. As for testing out this particular configuration, we weren't able to test out if the data was going to be sent over devices within the LAN because of the problem with the VoIP phone. So I wasn't able to complete that part, but we did establish different LANs within over here. So if we look through the LAN data, not in this one, in the switch, we can see that I created different LANs for data, voice management, miscellaneous, and native. And we can further see from here which ports are in what VLAN, and we see that port 2, 3, 4, 5 are in the voice and data LAN, while other are in miscellaneous because they're not being used. I still think there's something wrong with the configuration for the VoIP phone, and I was trying for several hours to fix it, but I wasn't able to get it correctly done. But overall, I believe I was able to complete most of what we were asked to do. Just some small configuration errors somewhere, which I'll try to debug over time, but due to the deadline of the project, I have to submit it like this. I established everything I learned from other networking courses to complete this project, and this is my project. Thank you very much for listening.